In engineering, we call something optimization. It's a case of you look back, try and predict what will happen in the future, and now based on your prediction, you use that to work. Mm. So, and in another time, we call it moving horizon, yeah, optimization. So it's more or less like you want to cross the street, and you know that along the road you have a lot of cars passing. So you just not cross the road blindly. You would take a step, look front, turn to the right, turn to the left, look ahead to even exactly where you're crossing to, and appraise the situation. Is the car coming? Okay. At what speed? If do I have to cross now? So based on the feedback, that takes you the next action that you will take. 2023 has had its own challenges. It has its own challenges, and Alhamdulillah, as one is going, another one is coming. That's just the cycle of life. But the main thing I was able to actually, as a person, hold on to was that time, as limitless as time is, mm, and as it holds a lot of potential, uh, it will come and go. Everything will plan. Just don't worry, events will overtake it. So it's better that you make a plan, see it through, so that at the end of the day, you even have, even if it's a minimal control of the outcome.
All right, sir. So I didn't. I think what I was expecting for 2023 at early 2023 was for me to get admission, whereby I have been like waiting to get admission for like 6 years after graduating from the secondary school. So but finally God did it. I got admission into Union this year, though I wasn't given the course which I applied for, but I'm still grateful because it has always been my vision or my dream to actually attend the university or like something like that. So actually when I resume, like I set some goals for like my academic wise, like how to like go as a new student, what to do in the school and stuff like that, because everything was new to me. So though I wasn't able to meet up with some of the some of the goals and everything like that, but I'm still thankful. I'm thankful to God for where I am today. And I know we go again 2024 to make it better.
Wow,
That's
wonderful, wonderful. And let me congratulate you for joining the Dr. So Scholars and Leaders Support Program, because I could see that you are a victim of such of a gap that we are trying to bridge now. Because I don't see the reason why a student that graduated from secondary school will be at home for 6 years. That's too much. That's too much. Which means that there is something missing that you were actually battling with before you finally got admission. And the other aspect of it is that after getting the admission, you realize that not the course that you actually are aiming to actually do. That's another aspect of it. And I think some of us were victim of that, and we learned the lesson in a very hard way. And I can tell you sincerely that you are in the right place and on the right program to actually share some of the very insights of different people, not only in Nigeria, not only in Nigeria. The last program we did, we heard a lot of stories of scholars around the world, and That was what actually initiated or inspired me to start that very program, apart from the call that many people were calling me. So I want to congratulate you once again. So be focused and don't miss any of our programs. And also try to look at
It's a nickname.
name. It's a nickname. Hey, what's your original name?
Chinemerem.
Oh, it is still the same name now. Okay, what has been your thought in 2023?
Sorry, please, if I may ask, what's the meaning of that Chinemerem, please?
Yeah,
It means
engineer, what to
like
do?
it's God does for me. Like it's God that's doing it for me. Just
Definitely. Okay. That's beautiful.
Wonderful,
Thank you very
wonderful,
much.
wonderful. So, what has been your experience in 2023? What were your thoughts at the beginning of the year?
had a lot of thoughts for the year, most which went according to plan, and some which did not. That I think work upon towards the coming year. Thought of a lot of things. Am I supposed to go into details? Sorry.
Yes. That's why we are here. We want to learn from your story.
Sorry, could we
Yes,
do this
now.
another time? Like, I just wanted to listen while I do. I actually had a plan to, as after schooling, because I graduated last year, and
Wonderful.
secondly, I was supposed to do my NYSC this year, but one or two clearance issues got delayed, and then after then, so I'll be doing it this coming year. So my thoughts and visions were to finish my whole schooling within this year and everything, and then find something meaningful to do in my life, isn't it? Like get a job, think about the future. Like there are many plans set in place, most of which came to pass anyway. I finished school. It was just my service which is remaining currently. And what else? I don't know. I think that should be it.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for that very brief insight into what happened in 2023. And let me just congratulate you that finally you are a graduate, and finally you have seen or trying to think and reflect on how to move forward in life, what to do. And I want to sincerely say that joining this very program of a scholar and leaders support program will be or will create a turning point for you,
Thank you.
because it is something that we have experienced. Some people believe that success is magic. Success is not magic. The the people that have responded to this very program around the world, the scholars, professors, high placed government people, I sent a message within just 2 days and everybody responded positively, over 50 of them, and we are still counting, ready to share their story and impact. And if anybody is having any cause to go to any country, we have people to give you an idea and give you orientation on how to go about it, even host you. That is just how success works. You just need to be in the right platform, within the right people circle, and doing something that is right, and that's all. Things will work out fine. So that is what I want to say, that I congratulate you for joining this very program. And like I said to Miriam, try to look at people around you to invite and join, so that you won't be the only shining star among them, that they'll be causing trouble for you.
Meaningful, and take good care of my health as well. For what's the essence of when there is success? You have a success story, but your health is not there to champion it with you as well. So for 2024, I see a very positive trend across the nation. That's what I feel, and people should be more optimistic, and yeah, enjoy Nigeria with its transformation as it goes on. That's what I feel for 2024. Well, there are a lot of being open. There are a lot of shores and a lot of opportunities, and people are becoming better informed. But there are a lot of alternatives to how you do things now. Even the different tools that you use, there are more innovative, even ingenious tools being developed within our circles now, apart from going international. So we have a lot of opportunities coming, and there's a brighter view for 2024 generally from my end. So that's what I see for 2024.
Wow. Wonderful. You can see, joining this interaction today, you will get one or two things that will shape how 2024 is going to be. Now, Engineer is telling us that nobody should fear anything that is coming for 2024. Number one, the new government is doing everything possible to see that even if you are having problems, you have alternative or options where you can hide under to still live on. The second one is that the universality of the world of occurrences. What is happening around the world? The technology, the tools, the people, the orientation, the information, the opportunities, those are enough to give you a kind of a hope that you should key in into some of these very elements and make your life better. And he also mentioned that no matter what comes, you should prepare yourself for that very stability. Because even if you are successful during the struggle, don't forget that you need a healthy life to enjoy that very success. So don't compromise on your health because you are struggling to achieve success. No matter what happens, be stable, be yourself. So I think that is very powerful. That is very, very powerful message for 2024 from Engineer Lekan.
So your mic is off. Sorry, we can't hear you. Your mic is off.
Yes, thank you. Somebody was calling me, so I used the strategy to just mute it so that we will not reflect on that. So what I was saying is that if you want to actually have a stable mental condition in school, don't follow friends that are going to influence you to do what you don't like doing. The second thing is that don't have relationship at the beginning of your schooling. 100 level, 200 level, 300 level, don't have any relationship. That is the bitter truth. Any relationship at that very point of time is going to cause you trouble. It's going to cause you trouble because it will be so demanding that you won't have time for what you are in school for. And that is the bitter truth that many people don't like to hear. So I will stop here. So that we can take some other sharing from other participants. Yes, Engineer Bada is going to talk about that later. But let's
that I found myself in this particular course that I'm studying right now, but I haven't asked questions. I haven't get connected. Like you said, I haven't gotten the information that I needed to keep me going, to keep me forward. So when I now start, I sat down after several orientations from my department. I think that at least if I want to go to any other department, I will still have to work hard to get whatever I want to get. So, and in this place too, I can get whatever I want if I work hard, because I've seen people that are working really hard and making it in this course too. They are well to do. I see them, even some of our lecturers, even as a matter of fact, permit me to thank you very much, sir, for the connection and everything. You as a lecturer, my own mentor personally, I have pictured you as a model that can help my career, because I have seen some things that I think some other students are blind to see. And I've been gaining information from each person. They might not know. It might not be directly because but by their talking, their discussion in class and everything, the orientation, different meeting we've had, I've been gaining one or two things. So I've decided that, okay, if at all I'm going to get anything, I will get in this course with my grade, with my hard work and determination. That's for my academic life, sir. So I've decided, I've set a goal to get the right information, the right connection, and it's the best thing for students, I think. But some students doesn't know this. You have to get the right connection during the school because there are some information that you can get from school that you cannot get it elsewhere. These are people that are in academics. They have the experience, they have the knowledge, they've passed through a lot of things in life. So that's for my academics, sir. But for my mental well-being, I don't usually joke with that before because it's my first priority. I used to afford something like maybe cyberbullying, mental oppression, depression, and all that. I used to avoid it. Sometimes, if I know that it's not safe for me to go online, I won't go online. I will not. So, like to go to Facebook, to go to social, to go to WhatsApp, and be like, even Twitter, to be seeing posts because these days everybody have the issue of money. There is this issue of money where we need money here, and you will see these people online that they are spending that money. They have that money. Even students like you in class, they have that money. So you will be one will be tempted to do something bad or even to leave his academics to say, okay, let me chase money because there is this, people are getting this money really. So let me join them. There are some ways that if you follow them, you can get that money, but I'm not sure you are going to get your something good out of your academics or even your social life because if you get to the background of these people that are getting this money, the way they are getting it, you wouldn't like it. If one is very godly and God fearing, you wouldn't want to do what they are doing to get their money. So, like the other sister said the other time, I will advise them. Like I've advised myself, and I stand on my advice since 2024. If it's not safe for me to go online due to my mental well-being, I wouldn't go online. If it's not safe for me to associate myself with a particular friend, I wouldn't do that because I don't want my mental health to be affected. I don't want anything that is happening around me to affect my life. So if it's not safe for me, I wouldn't do it. So that's what I've set for this 2024. And this 2024, I've set some goals regarding making this money too, because I realize that information is very, very important, like you said, sir. And I will keep saying it. Even I'm planning to write a book on this topic. Information. Information is really, really important. Students are not knowing this these days. Information is the most important thing. It's true. It was true information I got to learn that as a student, I can earn online through freelancing. So right now, I'm a freelance writer. I write for people that need my writing. So I didn't know this before, even though I had the skill and I can write very well. I'm very used to typing and all that. Sir, there's another thing I realized from your assignment, sir.
I think that is true confession.
I'm very sorry, sir. I didn't collect money for the assignment. But
what did you say? What did you say?
I said I didn't collect money for the assignment, sir.
I'm talking to Engineer Bada.
Confessions. I said it's time for true confessions.
No, that is not like that, sir. I didn't collect money for the assignment, sir. I can even swear on my life. Yeah. But there is this thing, sir. I realize that for you to be known in a particular thing, you have to do free service for people. That's what I learned from that assignment. And it taught me a great lesson. I am very good in this thing, but nobody knows me with it. Even in my environment, nobody knows that I know how to do that thing. So wonderful. When you ask us to message those that have done their own, because I had my assignment approved at first submission. So that gives me a lot more courage to at least continue.
The encouragement.
Yeah. So I started.
Yes. Thing you realize is that we are unsupervised 24 hours. You have that freedom. Your 24 hours freedom. So nobody's going to check you whether you want to eat, whether somebody is driving you, go and read your books. You want to decide to sleep throughout the day, yeah, welcome. You want to read throughout the day, you're welcome. So you find out that you have this freedom. But one major thing that I realized on time, which lucky for me, and that was after my second semester exam, was that for you to progress and move to the next level in your undergraduate studies is when you pass your exams. And there is no way to that. You have to read. You have to go for classes. You have to network with your immediate classmates and your seniors. You have to do that scholastic work. And at the same time, the greatest part of all is you have to do serious time management. Now, for everybody, there is no general yardstick. What will work for student A might not work for student B. We have different composition, but you have to manage your time properly. So you have to do a lot of time management. Now, if in my own case, then in school, the time I assimilate is after 8. 8 to 9. That's when my assimilation is on top point. But I normally read by 4 to 6. But I assimilate better during 8 to 9. If I say that I wake up, read 11 to 1, I am disturbing myself. That is for me. But the reality on ground was 4 to 6, we had lectures. By 8 to 9, I'm struggling to say that what will I eat? But you yourself understand yourself. For you to be at that point in life, you are special. Don't let anybody come and tell you otherwise. God has already given you that uniqueness, and you are destined for glory. So don't let somebody else come and start preaching or speaking something negative to you. For you to wake up that particular day, you have a lot of beautiful things ahead of you. But you have to manage your time. For you to be in school, you would have no choice but to read. You cannot wish it away. You cannot say you are watching film, or being on Instagram, or being on Facebook, doing advert posts, and you say you want something has to give. And unfortunately, it's the academics that will give. For like it or not, these are structured instructions, structured text, structured lectures that are used to actually test and impact a certain amount of knowledge to you, which you are supposed to be able to reproduce. But if you don't practice, you don't read about it, you don't do a little bit extra work, and becomes part of you, how will you want to reproduce it when the time comes during your exam? That's the main question. So, but first things first, go and learn how to manage your time. Part of managing your time is when you know what your schedule is. Don't be true to yourself. I don't have this capacity. There is nothing wrong in that. Develop the capacity. We have enough tools. We have people that are willing. If you have some, then the saying is you can't give what you don't have. As you are saying, if you are going to meet your friend, that you are in the same shoe, you don't understand what the lecturer has said, and you want that friend to solve your problem, you are doing a great disservice to yourself. Why don't you just walk up to the lecturer? Today, my front run, we had one computer class in 200 level then. Then we now have, then it was floppy disk. I was in class. Then Engineer Shimolona, I think it's Dr. Shimolo, was teaching us. And he was just writing it. I was just looking at it, writing all the codes and the programs. I was just looking at it. Where do I want to start? So I didn't know how I summoned the courage And then it was Gbogbo class. The whole of engineering was taking the class. We were in 200 level. I shall manage to walk up onto the podium. Up to today, I didn't know whether it was English I said to him or Yoruba. But I shall pass the message across that, come, I'm in soup. Sir, what you told us, I don't understand it from head to toe. He now looked at me, saw the willingness that I wanted to learn. He now said I should come. Now gave me time. I went to his office. He now took me through the whole course, gave me some pointers, and I honestly understood the course. To the extent that then we had some study centers that you go and you use their resources to learn. So I was writing my own, compiling my own program then, and he came up with errors. And I just smiled and I debugged it in one go. One trial, I debugged it and the program ran. The next thing I had was an offer that, young man, can you come and start writing and helping us with our own Fortran program? You know what came out of my mind? I'm a student too. They said it's good. So this comes to the
extra efforts.
This now comes to the place where, as a student, yes, you need money. It's good if you're on a scholarship. But right now, because of the dynamics of things nowadays, there are a lot of soft skills that you can embrace that will not put you in bad vices. Yes, the other guy was trying to sugarcoat it, but you don't have to go to Yahoo to make money. You cannot. There are three basic, we call the food, shelter, and clothing. Food, shelter, if you that all these three basic parts are essential to human sustainable existence. And like it or not, there will always be jobs along those areas. There's no how that you wake up today, somebody has to eat. Somebody has to get clothed. Somebody has to live in an apartment. So that's why you see construction will always be going on when it comes to building. There will be new designs when it comes to clothing, different variety and combination of foods, and how they're planting it, how cultivation. So there will be research, there will be opportunities along these aspects. These are core aspects. And easily there are soft skills. Database management is there. Even for engineering, electrical, you have AutoCAD there, you had CAD design, computer-aided designs. These are soft skills that you can pick up as students. Now, yes, for you to, after planning your time, easily you can apply for different grants at your level. But yes, you need to show up your CGPA. But please, there's one thing, as 200 level student, the sky is still your limit for coming out with a very, very strong, if you don't get a first class, or a very, very strong 2-1, which you will be proud of, you can still make it. There was one time that we had it. It's either you know the way or you know the way. You see, the way or the way is reading your books, networking. And as you do a lot of voluntary service. If you want to know something better, you do it repeatedly. So you find that it's lacking in class, start up the tutorial. If you know you can't start or join a tutorial that works for you. Be sincere with yourself. Your business in school is to what? Pass your exams and graduate. Yes, along the line you pick social network, but the main issue, main thing that brought you to school is what? Graduate. And graduate well. So when it comes about, and this is it, learn a skill, learn a soft skill. It's you don't even it's even you don't have to say you are traveling. Then you want to go and do what you travel to Port Harcourt. Now within your confines of your room, you might be working on a project in Germany, in Sweden, and you'll be paid. That's a beautiful. If you have a skill, when they told me to come and start debugging in Fortran, the what came out of my mind was, "Sir, I'm a student." The man now looked at me and started laughing. It's like, okay, you're a student, you won't eat Abi. But you have this. So please embrace it, learn, even if you don't have anything. Yes, the technology of the internet, a lot of our young folks have abused it. During our days, if we want to consult a textbook, you have to get to whom it may concern from your head of department to go and travel down to the library before you can have access to the book with your school ID card. But nowadays, you need a material, just Google it. The PDF comes, the portable document format, it comes to you. You can download that. At what expense? Very minimal. You don't even have to move from where you are. What first brought me to Oshogbo then was my project, final year project that brought me to NCC. As at 11 p.m., I was still on the road. But this today, easily I will just write an email through my school email address and send it to NCC that I needed this data for my work. And they'll supply it at no cost. So, but nowadays you find our students trying to do dance on TikTok. Spend too much time on Instagram, posting pictures, doing a lot of
we are coming to those aspects. But that is part of what even tired me. That I think these people don't get engaged. Maybe they should get engaged in one way or the other. Enough of dancing.
You have YouTubes, you have videos that you can go and learn a soft skill from. Like people that say, like engineering mathematics, you don't understand what has been taught in class. Go and search for that program, that same solution online. Watch it, digest it. You become better. Make it that you learn a new thing every day. If you can read a book every day, at least read one in 3 days. If you can read one in 3 days, read one in a week. You pick something. If it's what you at least you pick something, learn to at least pick up a new thing as you go along. Not that you dance, flout everything. All right. So I wish for the people that their grades are a little bit not up to par, I would advise them to quickly join a tutorial group and be very sincere with themselves. Thank you very much.
Wow, let us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm very happy for having you, sir.
Same here. Same here. Very grateful. Very grateful. All right. Bye.
Thank you, sir. So we will have another session of interaction, but only people that perform very well in the first 2 sessions of the international scholar presentation that will be selected to be on the poster and will be selected to interact with those scholars. And if we have too many people, we are going to make it a rating, at least maximum of 10 people to interact with those scholars. So it's going to be competitive at the end of the day. Imagine we have 100 participants and we have to select 10. So we have to look at different criteria to select those that will be on the poster with them and those that will interact with them on the day of interaction. That's the 3rd session. The final session will be for appreciation, prize giving, and some other things. So within a month, we have 4 sessions, 2 presentations, 1 interaction, then the final one is awards, maybe certificates, prices, and the rest like that. So that's how we are going to have the session from January to December. But there is something that may also actually happen, which is making it quarterly something. I don't know how it's going to be. Maybe at the end of the quarter, at least every 3 months, we are going to have a project. So you are going to make a group project where you'll be given assignment by the scholars, then you will come and defend or you come and present or anything. I don't know, but that is the idea. So what do you see to that very idea? Yusuf, can you talk now? How do you think that we can levy people to pay to contribute for different things that we are going to use? How do you think we can do that? What I was thinking before was that each level of scholar level should have certain amounts to contribute. Like we have the pre-degree scholars. Those are the final year secondary schools and the people that have graduated but have not gotten admission. So we call them pre-degree scholars. Then we have undergraduate scholars. So those are the people that are already getting admission and already in higher institution. Then we have the graduate scholars. The graduate scholars are people that have graduated and trying to look for one career or something to do, and that is the graduate scholars. So I want to assign different fee to different categories. But that very fee will be only people that will be featured on the Zoom. Only people that pay their fee will be featured on the Zoom. We have the link. We have the link to come to the Zoom.
Okay, sir.
And people that are not having the payment will be shared with the YouTube link. So they will watch from the YouTube link.
Okay, sir.
So that's the way I want to partition it. So only the financial members will be on Zoom. Then if you want to benefit but you don't want to commit any payment, then you are going to be on YouTube to watch it via the link. So what do you think about that very arrangement?
That's very interesting, sir. Yeah, at least it gives me one thought right now that even with that payment, it will show the commitment of people. It will show how commitment they are, and because people might even join without checking the group, without following us, without participating. But once we introduce the fee, so anyone that is well committed, that knows that he want to do this thing, they will pay. And once they pay, so I like the way you devise it, sir. It's very good, sir. It will show the real commitment of people by introducing a fee. I like it, sir.
All right. So let's look at how much can we assign to each of the group. Yusuf, we follow that the payment is going to be used to give you kits for the training. For example,
Okay.
The books that are available, if you pay, you will get the book.
Okay.
You get the book.
Okay, sir.
You get the book that are connected to your level.
Okay.
So that you won't be listening again. You'll be listening only.
Okay.
You will have a book that guide you on some.
Yes, sir.
And information.
Okay, sir.
An average book to use costs 3,000.
Wow.
To 5,000. That's an average book.
Oh.
That's an average book cost. That's an average book cost. Yes. Rafiat is saying something that after we have collection of resources needed, then we can determine how much we can contribute. Yes, I agree with that, but the money cannot be something that we can contribute. We can't contribute for it. For example, but what we want to do is to just see a level of commitment. And that very level of commitment is not free. You will get a resources in exchange that matches what you really want. And that's why that I say at the end of the day, what you are going to contribute may match up with the materials you are also getting, and may not necessarily be something that can cater for some other things. But just to have a notion that uh, that's how we are going to partition everything, and that's the reason why I am trying to hammering that let us mobilize people. When we have 100 people and they contribute, and we say okay, the level of contribution may be 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 5,000, 10,000. It's going to make sense. It's going to make a lot of things done than having 20 people, having 30 people, and we have the resource person like 50, 100. Can you pick the what I'm saying? And I believe that the individual of us, it is not difficult to convince certain people. It is not difficult to convince certain people to join. I don't see that as something difficult. At least on your contact, you will have up to like 200, 500 people. So it's just an idea of showing them what the beauty of the program and let them join. In fact, they can even join for the first time. You just come and listen and come and look at what is happening. And after that, they will decide.